Just in time for the holidays, some Bay Area families are getting the news that they have been waiting years for.
After 2 decades of public pushback, a new housing community is being built in Half Moon Bay. KPIX5's Susie Steinmel shows us why the Big Wave project will fill a critical housing need.
Just beyond the beach, where pampas grass grows wild and rolling waves create prisms near cliffs that look like the edge of the world. Here, there is a housing crisis.
There's no housing crisis this bad anywhere.
For Jeff Peck, this all started when his now 32-year-old daughter Elizabeth was just a baby.
My wife and I knew after she was born that there was something not going on.
And then she kept missing milestones.
It's a similar story for Kim Gainza with her daughter Emmy.
I had friends who had babies about the same time, and they were laughing and she wasn't, and they were reaching for things and she wasn't.
It's a worry specific to parents with special needs children. Not long after they're born, do you start to worry what happens to them when you die?
There's no housing for them. So it's critical that this need be addressed.
Just to give you an idea, so 76% of all the adults with special needs live with their parents. Their parents are getting old. They're getting in their 70s, 80s. When their parents go, they have no place to live.
So Jeff, a contractor who owns this plot of land, decided to do something about that. He's now the CEO and founder of the Big Wave Housing Project. It will house 63 adults with disabilities.
What's it going to be like?
Strange.
Strange?
Sam Shenkman, whose parents own Sam's Chowder House in Half Moon Bay, is excited not just to live at the Big Wave, but also to work there.
I'm gonna have my own cafe, I think.
You're going to have your own cafe?
Yeah.
It's housing, but it's also recreation. It's purpose.
Dump the pumpkins.
In addition to the existing farm, there will be a cafe, a culinary institute, and other commercial spaces to help sustain this project. Tenants can sign 105-year leases, and each unit will cost around $800 a month.
Nobody's going to stop me giving my daughter what she should have.
But getting here wasn't easy.
There are a lot of regulations to build here on the coast.
Housing fights get very tense in this region.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Kim is one of the parents who started fighting for this back in 1999, but environmental regulations from the Coastal Commission and community concerns made this an uphill battle from day one.
When Big Wave first started, how old were you?
8. 29-year-old Emmy Gainza has Williams syndrome. She's also going to live at the Big Wave and spoke at 4 of 34 public meetings starting back in 1999. She says the pushback was personal.
We've heard what everyone has said about us. What if it was your child, you know? What if your child was getting bullied because of this?
There are around 4.8 million adults with developmental disabilities living in the United States right now, and 80% of them live with an adult caregiver. Now, here in San Mateo County, it's not simply about just being able to build along the coast, it's about being able to build at all. There simply are not enough homes for this population, and getting into a government-funded group home is at least a 5-year wait.
They'll get shipped out to Fresno. They'll be ripped out of their community. Not that Bakersfield or Fresno are bad, don't get me wrong, but that's the only place that some of these group homes can afford to operate.
Instead, by the spring of 2022, Emmy and Elizabeth will be roommates here.
You were talking about missing milestones. This is a milestone. Independent adult living.
Yes, it is. Yes, I hadn't thought about it that way, but you're exactly right.
For 20 years, these parents have fought to help their children live independently and leave home. But that doesn't make it any easier when they actually do.
But the separation is going to be very hard.
Yeah. We're never ready.
Yeah, right.
We're never ready to let our kids go.
I'll probably be down here every day. I'm actually going to volunteer as the janitor. As a janitor, you're always around, you see everybody.
So she'll be having to push Dad out and say, I need my space, this is my
sure
place.
as heck hope so. I can't wait for that day when she pushes me out. And it'd be wonderful. I can't wait.
Amazing development, Susie. Is there any government funding, though, attached to this project at all?
None whatsoever, and that's unique about this, and that's how the parents wanted this to be. They were worried about if there was any public funding that it could dry up, as we've seen happen with many housing projects. That's what created that 5-year wait for group homes in San Mateo County, and they're hoping that this type of a model can be extended to other locations across the country, because this is a need in so many places.
It was a long fight, but boy, was it worth it.
20 years. You keep pushing.
Unbelievable.
Keep pushing when
Long
you're a
wait.
parent, for sure. Susie, thank you for that. Well, keep sending your stories and your ideas to Project Home at CBS.com and see all of Susie's reporting on our website.